Mhm. Hello, hello, everyone. I hope that you're having the most incredible day. I'm here with two of my beautiful, incredible friends and business partners. And we were just having a meeting. And we just were having a conversation with somebody, and we felt really called to come on here live and chat a little bit with you about getting unstuck, because we were speaking with this gentleman, and he was sharing how he just feels kind of stuck in his life right now, and he's looking for a way to really be able to shift out of this state that he's in and completely living into a new way of being, like he knew it was possible. And we both, Crystal, Julia, and I, have obviously had our own struggles in life and overcame them, and that's really why we're so passionate about the work that we're bringing out to the world right now. And we just wanted to come on here live with you and just share a little bit more about our own personal stories and about what really allowed us to be able to shift from this state of feeling stuck and allowing it to paralyze us, and not being able to move forward toward the creative dreams and the visions that we knew we had inside of us. So if you're on here with us, say hello in the comments. Would love to know if this resonates with you. Would love to know how you're feeling right now. And I don't know, Crystal, would you be open to sharing your story?
Totally. So happy to be here. I just think looking back in my journey, tons of layers that were peeling off. And I just have to say today, as I was shared with the gentleman, now I'm very happy, very fulfilled every single day. And it's not about what I do, it's about who I am at every present moment. And I feel very comfortable in my body because I used to struggle with bulimia a lot. And even though the recovery was already a journey before I entered into doing this work, my body was feeling very tired. And I had a lot of allergies and just very low in energy. And things feel really hard, even though at the time I was doing something I really, really love as being a therapist. But so I think the body really knows. So I embarked on this journey, and it really helped me to, one, definitely cleared a lot of the emotions that were stored and stay stuck in the body, in our nervous system. And that's why my body doesn't feel good. And that's also why I think things are really, really hard, because I was taking from the lens of struggling and surviving. So things were naturally really hard for me at that time because I didn't know that there's another way. So after those were really cleared, and as I embark on this very different way of living, life becomes a lot easier, very, very joyful. As I said, just every moment, I'm very grateful, very happy. It's very intentional. I have to say, I love my life. So if you really want to love your life, like, my God, like just natural high on life, like that, definitely join this beautiful, beautiful souls with this container. Like, oh, amazing. Yeah.
Question for you, Crystal. Do you ever remember being in your low points and looking up at those people who are really happy and grateful with their life? And what were the thoughts you had at that point?
I was like, what? How? Like, I was like, how is it possible somebody has such good thoughts all the time? Like, is it really fake? Or how much willpower did they use to control their mind? Because I was a hypnotherapist. So I was like, how much positive thinking that they had, how much affirmation that they use, all the different kinds of stuff. So I naturally gravitate towards that, using the mind to control. I thought the brain was my mind, was my whole entire being. So I used that to control it on the mental level, yet ignoring all the other physical, energetic, emotional, all the other levels of my entire being. So naturally, I was not able to be bliss because I was actually emotionally numbing all the pain, but it was just a masking until the volcano explode as allergies in my body. Yeah.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it's insane, like the amount of control that we've been conditioned to see, and also with our conditioning too, how we go to that mental space of like, this is how we fix things, as being in the mental space. However, I know going through my journey, it's really been learning that once you open up the body and you actually get out of the mind and you understand the mind is just a record of the past, and it's leaving you in these endless loops of all of your past stuff, that it's like when you can sink down into your body, and have that connection, that safety within your body. Like that's where you're accessing all of this new wisdom and this whole entirely new way of being, where you can access these higher states of consciousness and these higher frequencies available to us, because they're available here for all of us. Like it's not like, no, you get them, you don't, you get them, you don't. It's like, no, they're here available for all of us. But it's what you said about it being an entirely like new way of seeing the world. It is. And it takes like a lot to be able to shift through that. And it can be confronting at times. So that's why it's like having people like you beautiful souls in my life, I know makes it so much easier. So thank you so much, Crystal, for sharing your story. I'm like literally just so grateful for you. Amazing. Julia, would you be open to sharing your story?
I'd love to. Thank you so much. It's just so funny. I think the thing that I resonate the most with right now is what Laura shared with me yesterday, Crystal shared with me this morning, and someone that I'm working with, she shared this morning too. She was like, I can really just hear that my body right now is saying no. And I'm like, wow, that is so freaking cool, because there was a time in my life where I couldn't hear my body's voice like at all. And I was wondering, why am I running a million miles a minute and still not feeling fulfilled? And why am I doing all these things and still not feeling fulfilled? Well, it wasn't me, right? It was me trying to live up to people's expectations, me trying to live up to a set of standards that just wasn't who I am. And the gift of the body's wisdom, like I can't even tell you what that does for people's lives, right? It's like, it's the difference between being in a healthy relationship and an unhealthy relationship. It's the difference between leaving your corporate job and fulfilling a creative dream that you might have. It's the difference between, setting healthy boundaries with people rather than continuing to take on people's shit. And that comes from listening to the body's voice, like truly tuning in. What is my body saying right now? How can I, start to tune in and listen, and then react from that position? And then you get to create this life. And just like what Crystal was saying, I used to be so jealous of people who lived with more freedom. Like it actually used to make me sick to my stomach because I wanted it so badly. And I remember what it felt like sitting in my corporate job, watching people who I knew who had more freedom, they were traveling, they were making more money. And I just didn't understand why, but I also didn't believe in myself enough that I could make that happen for myself. And I think if there's anything that I want to impart on you is that truly, if you believe in yourself enough, anything is possible. And we are all three of us testament to that. So, if something that we've said today resonates with you, we have a container opening in January, but also all three of us are spiral practitioners. And that is really the somatic body work that allows that opening of our emotional states. 111. And Recover and Rise is really the container that allows us to have the tools to navigate life with so much ease and bring our creative dreams to life. So thank you, Laura, for doing this freaking live. I love you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. Yeah, there's truly so much inside of us that we all have access to. And unfortunately, this stuff just was not a part of our normal education of what we learned was how to do this. But it's opportunity for all of us now to be able to really lean into this work, because understanding our own bodies, it's like, think about, we're so educated in so many topics. A lot of us, it's like, we love learning, we love knowledge. But imagine what would open up for you if you started investing that same energy and that same passion and that thirst for knowledge, that you turn that inward to understand yourself more. Like that's where all of the doors start opening up for you, because then you stop doing what other people want for you and you start actually doing what you want in a way that actually supports the people around you even more. So thank you so much, ladies, for coming on here with me. I'm so grateful for you. And if anybody has any questions that is here watching this live, anything sparks any little interest in you, or there's anything in your body, right? Like even taking that big deep breath in now and really sinking into your body with, if anything really resonates with you, then please reach out, ask questions. And we're here to support you throughout all of this. So thank you so much, everybody who's on here live with us or watching the recording. We love you all so much. And thank you, Julia. Thank you, Crystal. Mwah.